This FM 104.3. Good to meet you.
Any ahemfoni software identifiable groups, associations, unions, and one my way mu. Any various professional bodies near Dinina Yadomunina say. Now, Adia Bakon, the public brain him say, Andra no a year. And I mean, combination, can say. The pompon so, but based on a lot of enkomodie and then kitahudi akoso across the length and breadth of this country. And yet just an issue of MPP for nkwa, but I have for professional bodies, labor unions, groups ahodwa enkomodie akoso before and draft finally National Council nomination na omo approving. That is one of the reasons why I no pay you realize that a format from every single party person and every single lover of MPP across the length of and breadth of this country preoccupation no pay they say a quite bang in a befaswa in the next few weeks any months yake ye be to me ne Ghana feeding komo na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eni swadi ho de Ghana for the namono e de amomo Daniel we are done. We are back to the conversation. The conversation is that there is a strict decision. Your decision we see make it. Your choice we see make it between penny for me. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia or your mampeni abedi ene. And former President Mahama with your mampeni paying. Now what's your abedi or mampeni? Na odi na juma be wi am no ka say Ghana man yetu an pension man obusumi bia. That is the decision we have to make. Mpenimfo mienu we omumu hwan ena ye wogidie wo ni mu say owo nimdia foforo adwen foforo bi a ye nhia bi da ana so far ye experience ya aso mampeni o de beba. That's the decision we have to make. Omumu hwan ena nukredie e wona fa. Omumu hwan ena na adwen ya ntanta ne mu so peso ye bibi otumi ye na owa akukudro otumi digina nipanim edidi nipanim kan omumu hwan na wosa ahofama no ene ahokeka ne se ne kondo se obeye bibi amaga na man na ono so wagidi daache ye de bibi akai no omumu hwan mpo ena the current situation aye wo mu yi owonti ase wo ho a ogitum hu bebi ayegina nti ebetumi ama na gina so na odi achichere solutions aidai amayen. It is quite obvious without any doubt say between some people for me anyway no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia demonso na wasanso enya abediechira. There is no doubt, absolute no doubt about the competencies. Now, ye can Napo wasem can Napo wasem. What is a nipa ba kumpo? A raise concern about the competencies and the ability to deliver. And the experience. What is obiaka wasem? Rather, one of the key ingredients ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ejina so e paw Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeno eye e kwanya of so as a public servant, a public officer, or the boa or minor no a deliver on a responsibility within the education sector, any the energy sector. There is no question, no question about that. Especially when you decide to say, run a direct comparative analysis between him and his predecessors. Minim say only you a friend is saying Nagrat and Penifone di Nkoma. I was listening to the Nagrat president and the Nagrat leadership on one of your sister stations. And Oka Ekwanya Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe fast wa on stakeholders what education sector etina ye ɛboaboa ɔmo ano didi dwuma no ɛwɔ ministry hɔ a na ɛyɛ akɔnɔ ɛfɛ kɛkɛ. In fact, it explains why some person was sisipa now analyze it, you realize that Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh received the least labor unrest during his time as a Minister of Education than all the other ministers and all my baby 2 months over. The least. And there's some me kwanya anka quickly match with the entire stakeholders on your adwuma in the education sector no omo penasem. Sometimes I may come in master one hand in it. The Dean of International Relations, University of Cape Coast. Embrana Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh ewo Ministry of Education. Na oye the National Secretary Emma University Teachers Association of Ghana. Nidin eye Professor Samuel Bet Wedikusi. Ono ye the Dean of International Relations ewo UCC. Tie dia watchro ewo ono ne Facebook wall about Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh. Or say, I have known and worked with Honorable Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh. I got close to him during my time as the National Secretary of UTAC. He's such a fine, humble, and competent gentleman. If you get close to him, you will get to know that he is down to earth with a great sense of humor and has a very good interpersonal skill. He's a great manager, visionary, and a doer. He is compassionate and does not discriminate. During his reign as the Minister for Education, or say, he had an excellent relationship with the unions, and his charisma always curbed intended strike actions. His charisma always curbed intended strike actions. He speaks his mind, and he is forthright. He solves problems, and he's a mentor. He is one of the best ministers Ghana has had as a Minister of Education. I have no doubt about his leadership qualities, and I wish him well as he begins his campaign for the 2024 presidential election as a running mate. Now, this is a testimony from Obia on-year politician, on-year journalist, Obia on-year completely independent-minded Professor Samuel Bet Wedikusi, International Relations, Dean, Ewo University of Cape Coast. Or say, mende Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh ye juma pen. Ma ben the pen. Na minya ho kwan me ben no. Na me ye juma as the National Secretary. Emma teacher for kuwa ewo Ghana ha. University teachers kuwa ewo Ghana ha. Or say Napo menene nanti mi hu say oye abrantie mu a. Oye nana ya gentleman e de ewo twi mu. Gentleman itwi ye den.
Yes I am brantie.
Obi odini hu ni.
Nya brantie.
Senior me dase ai nana ya kura so wadada. Nana ya say brantie. O say brantie.
Sir.
Anko si de na waka na correct. Odini hu ni. Odini hu ni. O say wo ben na wo ben hu say oyobi a oda fam kra na ho dwo kra o down to earth. Na ne ho kra say nika or great sense of humor. Or say ne nkita wudia awo ene nipa emu no eyesronko great interpersonal skills. No say he is a good manager. Onimwe kwan ye fa so a ye boaboa nipa no. Ena oye visionary or weni swade hu na oye doer or sia oye. Or sanso ye compassionate or whatever na onye yimu he does not discriminate. Nambreso as Minister of Education no na oni ye labor unions no UTAC, NAGRAT, NAT, consent teachers. Oni yen enkita wudie no eye completely excellent. Na ni suban ni sunti ena eka homa embra no ye Minister of Education no strike bebre na wo Ministry of Education no na etu etwa kra ye hu no bebre. O say o kana dwen na ne ha na very important o. Napo kana dwen na se o kana semo a on kan chia or can he speaks his mind and is forthright. He solves problems. Say Napo encounter difficulties, any challenges are, or the solutions here then eba. Or say, or you're one of the best ministers Ghana Enya Ministry of Education. na oni doubt bia owo gidie pa sronko e wo Napo qualities owo as a leader or washing well in his campaign for the elections 2024 na now asem ne si obia obeka obi ho asem a kyerɛw a ontumi nsusu dua sɛ saa nipa wei meni na nyanketawodie pen meni na nyansa ho pen yedi sa won so pen no saa nipa no ontumi fa nasem enya asem emfo obi ho. These are the people who have worked with Napo independently, testifying about Napo, Napo wasem, chew Napo su, and the buying. Na said, Nagrat in penny for airborne Napo samrane, not in penny for airborne Napo samrane, you tak in penny for born Napo samrania. Nanea, wo, enemy, I in commoda, Yenny Babaka no wasem.
This FM 104.3, good to meet